This is 7 National News, and in our top story, acting upon the direct instructions of President His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the President's Initiatives Follow-up Committee has approved 2 projects to establish and develop basic facilities for the Sharjah city for humanitarian services at a cost of 80 million dirhams, and to establish the Ajman Club for the handicapped at a cost of 40 million dirhams. The first project includes the construction of basic facilities specialised and equipped for people with disabilities, while the second includes the headquarters of the club, including multi-purpose halls in addition to administrative offices. Representatives have stressed that the community is following a special working methodology which focuses on securing the needs and requirements of the most vulnerable groups in society. During 2012, some 7.6 million people became newly displaced, 1.1 million of them as refugees and 6.5 million as internally displaced people. This translates to a new refugee or internally displaced person every 4.1 seconds. A report released today by UNHCR, the UN's refugee agency, says that more people are refugees or internally displaced than at any time since 1994. UNHCR's annual Global Trends report covers displacement that occurred during 2012 based on data from governments, NGO partners and UNHCR itself. The report shows that as of the end of 2012, more than 45.2 million people were in situations of displacement, compared to 42.5 million at the end of 2011. A full 55% of all refugees listed in UNHCR's report come from just 5 war-affected countries, namely Afghanistan, Somalia, Iraq, Syria and Sudan.
There is a significant increase in the number of refugees because of the running situation, running conflict inside Syria for more than 800 days. We witnessed an increase in the victims of people, civilians, as a result of conflicts taking place in different parts of the world. And now with the Syria situation, it's the most and the biggest humanitarian situation in history where people became refugees. Last year, in 2012, 1.1 million people became refugees. And for this year, 2013, in the first 6 months only, 1.1 million Syrians became refugees. So you can compare the significant increase in the number of Syrians compared with other refugees worldwide. And when we're talking about number of refugees worldwide for the last year, it counts as if there is 1 refugee every 4 seconds. For Syrian case, there is 1 refugee every 14 seconds. The next step is calling the international community to provide financial support to the organization to enable us, along with other international organizations, to provide assistance to the needy people. And when we are talking about assistance, we are talking about civilians who are victims of the ongoing conflicts.
The report revealed that Afghanistan still remains the world's top producer of refugees, a position it has held for 32 years. Somalia was the world's 2nd largest refugee-producing nation. Iraqis were the 3rd largest refugee group with an estimated 746,700 persons, followed by Syrians with 471,400 refugees. The International Diabetes Federation says the number of people with diabetes is increasing, with estimates at 366 million people a year ago worldwide. In the region, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Qatar and Bahrain are among the top 10 countries within the highest prevalence of diabetes. However, UAE's ranking has seen significant improvement when it dropped down from 2nd to 11th place at present. Her Excellency Dr. Maha Taisir Barakat, Director General of the Health Authority Abu Dhabi, says this is a result of the collaborative efforts of the private and public sectors across the UAE. While this is great news, experts say it is imperative to continue the fight against diabetes and its complications. Along with Daman Mubadala Healthcare and Abu Dhabi Motorsports Management, the Imperial College London Diabetes Centre launched today its award-winning campaign, Diabetes Knowledge Action. It will emphasise walking and its benefits, even during Ramadan, in terms of improving health, as well as its role in the prevention and management of diabetes.
Walking during Ramadan is equally important. You know, one doesn't stop exercising or performing physical activity just because one is fasting. Probably the best time to do that is for walking is just before iftar. One can walk for 30 minutes before iftar. But the proviso is that one needs to maintain good hydration. So patients with diabetes who are actually at risk of dehydration more than somebody who doesn't have diabetes, I would strongly advise people with diabetes to ensure they drink enough between Maghrib and Fajr. And all you need to do is 30 minutes of brisk walking every day for at least 5 days a week. So I'm not saying 7 days a week. So you're allowed 1 or 2 days off a week. If you can maintain 30 minutes of brisk walking most days in the week, that can protect you from developing diabetes by 58%.
Start Walking will see mini walks held in parks, universities, companies and shopping malls from the 1st of July across the capital. This is in a lead-up to the annual Walk 2013 Walkathon on the 15th of November at the Yas Marina Circuit.
The two main programs we have is Train Yas on a Tuesday nights, and then we have a ladies only Go Yas on Wednesday night. So those two products basically they're very similar in the sense that it's using the track. You can walk, you can run, you can cycle. There's bicycles available. If you don't have your own, you can rent. And then also there's other indoor activities as well, which we're doing in Yas Central for the summer months. So people who may find that it's too hot and humid outside, they still come to Yas. They can still participate in various different classes which we do indoors. I think the most important thing is just giving people a safe environment to go out and exercise.
The world is going mobile and the Middle East is no exception, with both the UAE and Saudi Arabia representing more mobile subscriptions than the country's population, as revealed in a study conducted by CISCO Consulting Services. Company representatives gathered this afternoon for a roundtable discussion to unveil the findings of the survey. The Saudi Arabian mobile subscription rate reached 181% of the population in 2012, while the mobile subscription rate in the Emirates surpassed 159%. Mobile data is a big part of this growth, accounting for nearly half of UAE mobile subscriptions. In KSA, wireless broadband subscriptions reached 11.7 million in the third quarter of 2012, more than 5 times the number of the landline broadband subscriptions. With an increase in sales for smartphones and tablets, the broadband connection is projected to consume more in both markets.
Today, the mobile operators have been investing heavily on 3G and LTE technologies. The cost of these technologies are expensive on a per megabit basis. Today, they're experimenting with Wi-Fi technologies. And as Cisco, we believe that when we accelerate into the future, 60 to 80% of all the traffic that is going to be on the network will be in a fixed Wi-Fi network. And this means that mobile operators need to embrace fixed Wi-Fi and enhance their capabilities such that they can offer services across connectivity, across value-added services, for example, location-based ads.
Overall, the demand for Wi-Fi has grown significantly over the past decade, and Cisco presented 4 business models to help maximize operators' Wi-Fi usage. According to calculations, if mobile data offload is implemented, operators can expect to save approximately $901 million in KSA and $316 million in the UAE between 2013 and 2017.
The third portion is the offload, and that was part of the study that was done today, where we have seen that approximately 25 to 27% of mobile network capex can be saved if service providers are looking to embrace Wi-Fi technology just for offload. The most exciting part of the Wi-Fi story is the value-added services and the location-based services. So for example, if you're in Dubai Mall today and the service provider understands that you're a high-value customer and he knows that you're interested in jewelry, there could be a jewelry store that gives you a particular advertisement that entices you to go to the store based on where you are in the mall.
In an effort to integrate students with disabilities into mainstream society, the Ministry of Social Affairs has announced that school buses must be ready to transport all pupils. The call comes from an advisor at the Ministry, Mr. Nazim Fawzi Mansour, who stated that the transportation currently provided for those with disabilities discriminates those with special needs. Mr. Nazim's view was further translated into a report submitted to the Roads and Transport Authority last month, as stated in a local publication. The official added that the Ministry's duty is to have all schools ready to take in students with special needs, and to start with, transport companies and schools must be prepared to transport these children. The Ministry aims to do away from the segregated approach and to rather equip regular school buses with features and devices that accommodate special needs students. Finally this evening, the French community in the UAE will join music lovers in more than 100 countries across the globe to celebrate the World Music Day on the 21st of June. It is the third consecutive year the French Alliance is organising the World Music Day in Abu Dhabi and Dubai. The event will take place on June the 20th from 5 p.m. till 10 p.m. at the Souk Central Market in Abu Dhabi in collaboration and with the support of Al Dar. It will also take place at Souk Madinat Jumeirah in Dubai on June the 21st. Launched in 1982 by the French Ministry for Culture, the Fête de la Musique is held in more than 100 countries every year on this date. The musicians are asked to perform for free, and all the concerts are free for the public. Last year, 520 cities in 106 countries hosted an event related to World Music Day. In the Middle East and North Africa, 20 cities and 9 countries hosted the event, including Manama in Bahrain, Abu Dhabi and Dubai in the UAE, and Muscat in Oman.